All right, so just bowled another block, and man, it was so frustrating. I felt like my ball reaction's been pretty much the same everywhere I've gone lately, and I'm going to explain to you what I've been seeing, and it's something to do with my ball roll and the way I've been making my adjustments. My adjustments have been not been good. They've not been proper. I've not done the right things. So, and it was very evident these first three games because the first game I bowled 195 clean. And in that game, I shot at five 10 pins and two 4 pins. Just in the 4 pins came early on. I went strike, 4 pin, and then I went strike, flat 10, wrap 10, flat 10 again, I think, and then another 4 pin, maybe, something along those lines. In every move I tried to make, whenever I 4 pinned, if I moved left off of it, I would either flat 10 or I would 2 pin. So that wasn't good. And then every time I left a flat 10, I would try to make it a little bit stronger, and then I would 4 pin, which would force me to go left, where the flat 10 would come back. That 4 pin flat 10 ball reaction is not a good ball reaction. And I fought with that all of game one. I switched balls, went to the Game Breaker 4 Pearl at the end of that game. I was trying to throw the Nova. The reason I was trying to throw the Nova is because Chad Roberts was on my pair, and he was getting his to look great. He bowled 220 that game, and then he bowled 240 the next game with it. I bowled 210 the second game, clean again. I bowled 213, but again, I shot at like four 10 pins and a couple more 4 pins, but I found a way to get a couple of doubles in there. Um, so basically, through two games now, I've missed the pocket one time, and I'm only 9 over. Game three, I bowled 180 something. I ended up being 3 under going into the last game. 188, I think. No, 185 because I was 3 under, right? Because I was 9 over. 184. 184. Um, so the Game Breaker 4 again. I started with a double. One was Brooklyn, and after that, it was all the same type of thing. It was all 4 pin, flat 10, try to make it overhook, and I would 610, or I would try to make it get through the pins, and it would 610. And it wasn't sparking in my mind for some reason. I couldn't figure out what the right move was until the last game. Finally, on the fill ball of that game, I pulled the Zen out, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just try the Zen. It's similar to my Game Breaker 4. Maybe not as quick down lane. Maybe it'll just give me something a little bit different angle. And I tried it, and I tripped a 4 pin. And I'm like, that's too similar. Sat down, leading into the fourth game, and I'm like, well, I need at least 230 here to feel like I can get into the cut. The only thing I can think of to do, and the only thing I teach everybody, is less is more. I'm trying to give it more to get it to go through the pins, which is probably giving it less. So I need to give it less for it to react more. So I actually moved my feet a little bit to the left, shut my angle down, and took a little bit of hand out of it and just floated it through the middle. Shoved it in the middle of the lane right around 22, 23 at the arrows, and I didn't get it right of 12. I had a little room left, I had a little room right, and I bowled 265 the last game. I had first three, I washed out on an awful shot, made the washout, and then I went sheet through the first one in the 10th, and then I wrapped 10 the second one in the 10th for 265. So I figured something out in this building. It definitely doesn't like when you jam on it as much as you can. You got to have a really big rev rate for you to be able to really go left and circle it a little bit. And I obviously do not have enough rev rate to do that. So I needed to cut back and play a straighter angle with a ball that I knew would pick up down lane and kind of jam it a little bit. Now that was on the burn squad, so I bowled 862, which is more than enough to get into match play. But I'm going to bowl the next squad on the fresh. But I'm going to keep the same type of mindset playing a little straighter, playing that same type of angle from like 13, 14, and not getting it right of like 8, 9, 10 to start, and just kind of inch my way in and move my break point left as I need to as I weaken my hand, and see how that goes, see how that ends up picking up the lane the rest of the way. See if I can't put up a decent number and get ready for match play, find a good ball reaction for match play. Because, I mean, I can bowl the next three blocks if I want. I'll definitely bowl the next one. I don't think I'll bowl after that, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't have a good enough look to where I feel like I can bowl, 970 like the leader's bowling. Graham might have bowled 200 over that block for 4. I definitely don't have a 200 over look for 4. I can't average 250 on that. At least I don't feel like I could. Maybe that last game gave me a little bit of confidence. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens on the fresh, but a little bit better block. Zen and Game Breaker 4 Pearl for the win. Nova started out looking pretty good, just not good enough. So we're going to, and the Game Breaker 4 probably would have been fine doing what I was doing too, but the Zen was just a little bit more downline for me. No, maybe not more downline. I don't even know how to explain it. Game Breaker 4 Pearl and that are real similar. I think the Game Breaker 4 is actually probably a little bit quicker downline than Zen. Zen's a little slower, but maybe a little earlier. I don't know. I would say, but not a bad block. I can't be mad. I had the one open. I opened in the third game, where I bowled 180. I left a 6-7-10, and that was my only open. So 39 out of 40 clean for 860 is not bad. So I can't be too upset, but I think I finally figured out where I need to go when I'm leaving those 4 pins and 10 pins, when I'm getting that bad ball reaction. So we should be in pretty good shape, hopefully, anyway, to try to make a run into match play and get my way through it. Because now I could just kind of keep it simple and not try to do too much. And I think that's what gets me in trouble in a lot of places, is trying to do too much with the ball, trying to make the ball do too many different things that I don't have to. I can just let it float off my hand and let the ball do what it's going to do and make my reads off of it. So I need to stick it in my head. Less is more. Okay, so I'm out of here. Make sure to like and subscribe for me. Follow along. I'm going to have more of these videos, of course. I'm going to keep updating you throughout the week and forever, basically. So we'll see you guys later.